And all right, we are here. So this is the final series for Ganji. Ganji playing as the Gurjaras. Ganji's been very impressive. You remember you got a win off of Jordan, a win off of Hera, 3-0ing then Capwatch, which was a big surprise in Capwatch's final series. So this is the conclusion for Ganji here. And if Ganji wins this series, he moves into the playoffs, and that'll be the third place position most likely, which will shift Miguel down from third place to fourth place, meaning Miguel is alive for the next season, but won't be moving on to the playoffs this season. And we've got KingstoNe on the other side. KingstoNe down here in the south playing as the Mayans. KingstoNe, he needs to win 5 wins, get 5 wins of 6. Right after this, he'll play Jordan, and then Group C will be finished. And with me, of course, when he needs results from this series, we have Miguel. What's up, dude?
What's up, Tristan? Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
No, I'm here as a caster, bro. I don't care about the results.
Well, if you want to root for KingstoNe, you can. But I appreciate you being here as a caster as well.
Yeah. All right. What do you prefer here?
I mean, I think it's a close Civ matchup. I still have a little bit of fear for the Mayans because the Shravamsha rider. Especially when Gurjaras had first come out, there are just so many instances where it felt like Mayans just couldn't do anything against that unit. But I think crossbow pikeman's pretty strong too for the Mayans, and so we'll see. I will say that I prefer Ganji's start because KingstoNe went forward to lame, and he wasn't able to find anything. He found kind of where his opponent's base was, but there were no boars or sheep on the front. So just a slightly better start for Ganji to be able to push in his deer.
Yes, exactly. But doesn't like Eagles trade well versus that cavalry?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to say that name again.
No, it's okay. It's probably really hard to say.
Yeah.
I think it does, but every time I'm seeing it, the player playing Shravamshas, they have mobility, so they get to decide when to take the fights. And it's like if you have one hole in your wall at home and a Shravamsha gets in,
they destroy you. Yeah,
they'll kill like 5 villagers because the Eagles will never catch it.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's easier to play as the Gurjaras, but the Mayans can dominate. It's just very, very hard.
Yeah, I agree with you at all.
I'll be curious to see KingstoNe's builds here, though, because like we were talking about it before, I have just been so destroyed by KingstoNe on ladder, and he's so good with his militia archer play, like a lot of the next generation, right? The Margugus, the KingstoNes, all these guys. And so I think this is a good opportunity for his style to be aggressive, and we'll see if he can maybe execute on that. Map looks really good if he can get walls down here for the Mayans.
Yeah, if it's a pretty tough map to wall, but if he gets wall up, then it's gonna be an amazing map for him.
So
if everything's right.
What do you think about this version of Arabia?
I think the generation varies like so much, to be honest. Like if we see my map versus KingstoNe when I played him, like I had a gold like uphill in the very front.
Yeah.
It was kind of helped me in the end, but it was really tough to deal with on Feudal Age. But like how it is right now, yeah, I think it's perfect.
Okay. Well, the reason I ask that is because like, no player likes to have the gold that KingstoNe has, where there's that massive hill. No one likes that. However, that's kind of what Arabia always used to be, right? You always used to have that. And so look at, like, obviously the gold for Ganji's great, but look at the front of his base. You got hills and all those golds. And I kind of like that. Like, I think that it is created a type of game where you have to take more map control, and you can't always go 3 town centers. And at least in your game versus KingstoNe, that was a perfect example. If you didn't go to stone when you did, you could have died there, and you ended up winning the game because you controlled the hill that defended your gold and took away his gold. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was like a hard game there. I was raging at my map a lot.
Yeah, I imagine. It's so tricky, especially when I think ranked Arabia these days it's pretty mild. You don't experience bad maps like that too frequently.
Something that I don't like here is that players are just like exploring each other, like so late.
Yeah.
like they're more worried about pushing deer. So like, if you know the player is more likely to do that, like why don't you try to rush or something?
Yeah, that's
Even
true.
more when we're facing Gurjaras, I think rushing Gurjaras is the best way always.
Interesting. Yeah, it's always tough to know what to do against Gurjaras, right? Because if you go for the Drush, they're going to be up to Feudal Age pretty fast, so their Vills are going to have Loom.
Yeah.
So that could be part of it. And you don't know if they're going to go Scouts or Archers. Archers, I think, is an underrated play with the Gurjaras. And this is precisely what Ganji's going to do. KingstoNe will scout that. And
Yeah.
KingstoNe is walling that right side. And if he could just wall a little bit more here, and especially because he has the time, I think that this could just be a game where both players make Archers and just macro their way to Castle Age.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like that. But then the mains become better, right?
Yes, but I've seen some wicked builds with their Gurjaras, provided they go for their eco upgrades, which Ganji hasn't done yet.
Okay.
So you know Beery, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the scouts are fighting here. The camel scouts should win this fight. Good job from Ganji to find that. That'll leave KingstoNe in the dark here. But Beery, he was playing Gurjaras nonstop when they first came out. And he would always go Archer build. 19 pop Archers into walls. And I'm telling you, man, like with no market abuse, 1830, 19-minute Castle Age with 12 to 14 crossbows.
Oh boy.
And that timing really hurts. And sometimes you can go siege or you could boom. Like, it should favor Mayans because Mayans have cheaper archers and the Mayans even have cheaper walls too. So that's helped. But I think the Gurjara eco, as long as you're adding the horse collar farms, I think it could be pretty strong.
Yeah. I think when you play defensive games like this, that you didn't know many times, I always think that's a must to make horse collar. I don't know.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. I think that's something that Ganji will either get in a moment or just simply isn't prioritizing or just forgot about it. I think it'd be, especially when your farms are this late, I feel like you got to make sure you have horse color. You should be able to get that upgrade.
I mean, if Maya's okay, it lasts longer. Oh, but KingstoNe has horse color, okay, so.
Yeah, and KingstoNe's done that, and both players are making archers. KingstoNe is walled, doesn't have a scout now. And I like how KingstoNe hasn't really rushed the blacksmith. Yeah. Because you have walls, right? And if your opponent shows up with upgrades, then you can just defend, wait a little bit of time, and they get fletching.
Yeah. It's those farms at the beginning is way better.
I like it. People are so funny, man. Someone said, came specifically to root for Ganji today to make the playoffs. Sorry, Miguel. I'm hyped.
I'm here not wanting anyone to win.
Yeah, just having fun.
Here for the fun, yes. Exactly.
Yeah, just hanging out. That's cool. Well, I'm glad you texted me this morning. And I almost never look at my WhatsApp, but I was on my phone. I was like, WhatsApp notification.
I know it. I know that it doesn't look to your WhatsApp. Okay, so I never do this, like taking 2 sheep out of the mill and get them.
Oh yeah.
Never do that.
Well, I'll tell you this. Doubt did it the other day. And so I think this is kind of like a new shift in meta for the Gurjaras.
Yeah.
Doubt took out 4 at this stage of the game too. And I mean, I think your Castle Age time is still pretty strong regardless. But depending on what decision you make. But yeah, anyways, I've seen people do that now. There's the blacksmith for KingstoNe. Ganji's going to apply pressure here on the walls.
Yeah, he needs to. And there is a bad heal there.
Yeah, that's the best position for Ganji to pressure.
Yeah. And he micros pretty well, so let's see how it goes.
Telling you, man, look at the resources for Ganji right now. Archer builds with Gurjaras is insane.
Insane, yeah.
Yeah, it should be easy defense for KingstoNe, you'd think. He's got more archers at home.
Yeah, but he can be downhill easily, so...
Yeah, it's true. Okay, Palisades down. Do you pull the weak archer back in this situation, or do you just... I wouldn't.
No, I don't.
Okay. Too much work.
No. Too much for me.
Yeah.
I'm a slow player. Okay, so I don't like the situation for KingstoNe here, to be honest.
Yeah, seriously. The last thing you want to do is make a tower here.
Yeah,
But look at the archer numbers, man. Another unit's been killed. Ganji hasn't lost a unit yet. Finally does.
yeah.
But it's 10 archers versus 8. And Ganji is
KingstoNe
up
doesn't have
already.
gold. KingstoNe doesn't have the gold. He has to mix skirmishes here, I think.
Yeah.
Until he gets the 200. And then force a fight.
You do have safe stone, so I think if you're hoping that your castle age time is going to be better than Ganji's, but I think the second you see Ganji's up, you might need to drop a tower.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Yeah,
it
no,
might be
that-
too late because this palisade could be down. I mean, he could die here in Feudal before castle age even comes in.
The thing I like for KingstoNe is that Ganji is going for a stable here.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think it's a situation that you have to mix army to play on. I think what matters is archer number.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing I had mentioned in my experience against this precise build order from Beery was like, you are scared of the Shravamsha Rider, you're scared of forward siege, all that could happen. So you might make a ton of extra army, and then by the time you eventually fight your way across the map, they've had 3 town centers producing villagers that whole time.
Yeah.
A nice job here from KingstoNe, though. I mean, the extra houses are very helpful. He's had decent micro to make sure he hasn't lost any vills here. So he might be able to hold from this, but he's definitely going to have to decide on if he needs a tower really fast.
Yeah. Okay, how's it for Ganji? And all the Ganji's farms are gonna be expiring like really soon.
Yeah, true. No
I
horse
don't think
color for him still.
he can commit on he cannot commit on TCs yet. He doesn't have a hold, right? Okay, he doesn't.
Is there a market at all for KingstoNe? No market. God,
There's no towers also, it's good.
if this was me, there would be a hole between those houses.
Yeah, for me, yes, yeah, as well. Oh, he cannot jump there. Okay. Why is he forcing a market though?
Well, I think he needs his upgrades.
Yeah, but I would just like cancel 2 archers there.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, market might be helpful in a pinch. He's going to open university as well. He's getting Bodcanero. Doesn't have crossbow yet, so now he'll sell some food to get that.
Yeah.
House is halfway down here. It's 14 crossbowmen versus 15. And then there's 2 Shravamshas. So KingstoNe's really going to have his work cut out for him here with the micro.
Yeah.
But I think he can do it. I mean, we talked about it before. KingstoNe's archer micro is incredibly strong.
And it's nice that he sees Genji doesn't have ballistics.
Yep. Ganji will have the hill. Ballistics still not in. He can tell now, and he's gonna drop the town center.
Oh, TC before ballistics, I don't like it.
Oh man. Well, I guess if he doesn't lose the fight, it could be okay. But there's just so many options here for Ganji, and Ganji's gonna feast.
Now he's forcing ballistics.
I guess that's a positive. These Shravamsha Riders, they probably won't do much damage to the crossbows themselves, but they do soak up a lot of these shots. We should remember that still no horse color for Ganji. Okay, he's going to get it as I speak, but it's just a lot of focus on the pressure here. No booming from him.
And there is one archer on the other side.
Oh, that's so good. That is so good. And then the Shravamshas loop around too. So he denies the TC, and then the Shravamsha Riders have to be tracked by something.
Yeah.
This is perfect play from Ganji.
Yeah, he's doing well. Oh, but if he just delayed the TC a little bit and waited for ballistics, he would be having gold still.
Yeah.
Petition on the stone now.
Also, something he could have thought about is he had the gold in the back this whole time.
Yeah.
That's something that he could have been on. And KingstoNe falling apart here, game 1. Again, he needs 5 wins from the last 6. He needs to win here, but then he needs to win against Jordan, which will happen just after this series. This is the positive here is he hasn't lost that many villagers, and he still has 19 crossbows. And he's Mayans. So if he just loses 1 or 2 more vills and eventually pushes this back, he could be okay.
Yeah, I agree, but I think he didn't need to commit on that TC.
Yeah, that was the mistake for sure. A great job from Ganji to pressure the right area in the first place, right? Ganji was there because he scouted it, and he chose the right area. It was full wall from both players. KingstoNe's micro is still really good, though. I would be so dead right now.
He's doing really well.
Or at least like my TC on the stone and the wood line would be idle. And I would forget about it for too long. Wow, he clears
Ganji
it
is doing
up.
so well, yeah.
That
But
was...
Ganji is doing so well. While he sees KingstoNe's micro on the other side, he's raiding.
Yep. And Garrison there from Kingston. Travamshas will go down. And it will be 3 TCs for Kingston. Kingston pushing out across the map. If you look over at the Ganji side, he's going to drop a market to help balance his economy.
Okay.
And he might need some siege here pretty fast.
Yeah, he might need, yes. Does Ganji have wheelbarrow?
Oh my god, that TC. He does have wheelbarrow, yes.
Okay.
You see this TC from Ganji right now
yes.
on this hill?
This can be a game-winning move for...
Oh.
Oh, don't go back, bro!
Oh, Kingston, if only you knew, man.
Oh, let me call him here on Discord.
Call him. Kingston, go forward, bro. I need you to get this.
Oh, now he's gonna explode there. He's gonna be so annoyed.
Yeah. Well, you know, that is... there's a fear when you sit back. And there's also a fear when there's Travamsha riders, I think. And you don't want to lose your crossbow mass. But I think there was a window there. I don't think 5 Travamsha riders would have been enough to stop that.
Yeah, for sure not. Plus, he knew that Ganji doesn't have ballistic, so... Oh. And now Ganji is on the wood line there.
Yep.
Okay, nice reaction there.
Yeah, very nice reaction. Also, I really like this stone mining. I know it might not all have been planned, but I think if you know there's a TC there for Ganji, and you know where those golds are, a castle on the right of that TC would be perfect. So I think this is actually a nice plan here for Kingston. He could come home, he could clear up those crossbows, and then he could maybe push out across the map.
Yeah, but I feel like even if he lost all those archers there, like would be a really pain for Ganji to stop them, and then meanwhile he could get a stone for a castle. At least a defensive one first.
He's so scared, man. This Travamsha rider just lives in your head. He's so scared to move out.
But you deal good with archers against them.
Yeah, I know.
He's going for a workshop.
I think it's better than people think right now, because you just have to get the first couple hits in on them.
Yeah, you miss them, and then after all, you destroy them.
Yeah, like you just saw there with that one unit, runs away.
Yeah.
Man, Ganji's playing amazing, though. He just ran to the wood line, saw the crossbows, ran away. Finally, Ganji's going to be found now. But the siege position is just perfect from Ganji. I love that.
Yeah. And this just happened because KingstoNe wasn't aggressive.
Yep. A very relatable problem, I think, for many of us. Is just falling home there. But you really, especially when you need 5 wins, you got to come out to kill here today. I don't think playing defensive over the next 2 series, like this series and the next, is going to be a good play for you. Especially with the second series being Jordan. Jordan tends to play a bit more defensive himself, so you're going to want that aggression there.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, where is he going to drop the castle, though?
The siege definitely has made this more questionable. He was probably hoping he could make it outside of his base, but now the siege being here is so rough.
I don't know where I would go, to be honest.
Oh man, it feels like this is going to snowball so hard, right? There's mangonels everywhere. Kingston now is getting housed. He's dropping a 4 TC. I don't mind the 4 TC, but it's not part of the plan originally.
And he's gonna be found there.
That could easily be denied.
Oh, and one shot in the face.
Ooh, yeah, big shot. You're just stuck on crossbowman here. You don't have any other type of unit. Oh man, Ganji's in. Kingston has defended that so we can get his castle up.
The castle is up, yeah. That's fine. I mean, fine. It is, right? It is something.
It's just so messy for poor Kingston right now. Oh, jeez.
The thing is, like, why he's messing villagers in every TC here? I don't know.
You wouldn't be massing vills out of every TC?
I think I would be aiming for Imperial Age here, even more when you have a castle up.
Okay.
Need to force like plumed archers with bracer as soon as possible.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, for me, I would be doing the same thing as Kingston, because I'd just be like, I need to create vills, I need to create army.
Yeah.
It's hard to think about it, but I guess like We've seen some crazy comebacks with plumes, right? So
Yeah.
if he could clear this up with a couple siege shots and then get that castle where we had said in the front, it could be okay. But again, I need to credit Ganji. He's got 37 on food. He's got 3
Ganji's doing amazing.
TCs,
Yeah.
and he's just got the perfect push going here.
Yeah. KingstoNe needs a castle on those farmers where he deleted. I think he's gonna go for that.
Oh yeah, maybe. Again, definitely falls into the category of not what you would normally want, but you might feel like you have to
nice
stay
micro,
alive.
Nice micro.
Wow. That was insane.
That's really good. Yeah.
He's gonna keep his mango alive as well.
Don't think so.
Maybe not.
But yeah, it was like more than worth it.
Yeah, seriously, takes the score lead as more villagers now.
Yeah, but stop making villages go, please. You don't need more than 100 with minions.
Yeah, that's true. I think maybe at this point, cancel everything, use the market. Your market is your best friend to go up to Imp.
Yeah.
And then if you can get Bracer... Oh, another great shot from KingstoNe. This guy's incredible.
He wants me to qualify, bro.
He's doing it for you. Think of Miguel. That mango from Ganji's gotten a little too close. That should die to the town center there.
No. He's gonna go down, yeah.
And a more micro from KingstoNe. Wow. Now, this is the type of micro, though, that could have been used offensively earlier, right? Like, this is the player who you...
And it's way more easy to micro when you're attacking.
Exactly, yeah. As in this position, everything could go wrong. But, Miguel, I think KingstoNe has kind of weathered the storm, despite not killing a single villager in this game. And as exciting as the Sravamshas can be, they haven't done enough. They've cost a lot of food for Ganji. And there goes KingstoNe on the way to Imp.
I think... you see like, how the game can change like so easily?
Crazy.
Lost, like 4 mangonels Ganji. Didn't kill a single crossbow, like 3 or 4.
I know.
Most likely.
I think the important thing here for KingstoNe, obviously, I mean, this is a typical caster thing, but... Oh god, Travamshas are in. I was just going to keep your Archer Mass alive. You still need to use that.
Yeah.
And I don't mind as he gets another big defensive shot there with his mango.
Why barrack, bro?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, actually. What do you think about the barracks? Not a fan?
I don't like it. I mean, you just need to keep those archers alive, get Bracer, keep adding plumes, and like there's nothing Ganji can do right now. But maybe he thinks that Ganji has a bigger economy behind it, and he's gonna go win.
Yeah, it's still
at the same time.
He's still just worried because Travamsha Rider should be good in the long run. I think Elite probably would be, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Maybe thinking too far ahead of things.
Yeah.
But man, this is a crazy game. We have been in KingstoNe's base the entire game.
Yes, exactly.
We have not been anywhere else.
Yeah.
He's lost 19 vills. He's still only behind by 2. And he's still going to be Imp faster. This is ridiculous.
It's so good with him, yeah. I don't like the pikeman, though. I think it's more a unit to hold than anything.
Yeah. There's a castle for Ganji. That's the castle we had talked about. That spot there is just perfect. KingstoNe saving stone for a castle.
I don't like it. So I think you need production of plumes.
Okay. So you think
maybe
plume
he's
is
not
the key?
looking. I think it is, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think he's right now just thinking more for protection, and if he can move out, I think he's going to be happy with his position. He's going to go castle there. I don't mind that castle there. He does know there's a gold.
Yeah.
So that's okay. That's a good castle to... And here comes Ganji again. He wants to take out another mango.
Yeah, but those pikemans, it's what's taking off the upgrades time.
Yeah.
Those resources could be like Arbalest, Bracer, Chemistry.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, he would have Arbalest and Bracer on the way had he not clicked Pikemen and made those Pikemen. And those barracks, that could have been farms too, right?
Exactly.
Okay, Ganji, big shot.
Oh
my god!
Okay.
That was insane. And now KingstoNe's running his army into the castle. He hasn't reacted at all.
Luckily, but he didn't go for ballistic Ganji. But that's what I say about plumes. Like, if you had like 12 of them, you could be raiding a lot there.
Yeah, that's true.
You have it, you have 13, but they could be around the... I don't know. I think the resource on pikemen were super useless.
Well, I mean, maybe it's the timing of it, right? Because, like, certainly for now, but you continue to see Shrivamshas for Ganji. And
Yeah.
Kingston wants to try and Treb, so I think now Pikeman I'm liking a little bit more. I also like how finally Kingston's being aggressive and kind of splitting groups. He's got Plumes on the left. He's got Crossbowman on the right.
Yeah.
But
I
he
like
obviously he needs to be careful. And we had Shatra's research there by Ganji. So as Ganji goes with the gate, what is this? Trying to trap these units in here?
It's working. It's working. Man.
Wow, that's disgusting,
Right,
man.
Not much damage output on those, but still, it was good move.
Yeah, good move.
Or...
Ganji's good with that stuff, but he still isn't an imp. And while his units will cost a little less food now after Shatras, he could lose that castle. And if you lose the castle, you can't make chakrams. And chakrams are very good against the pikemen, which is going to be what Kingston relies on here.
Halberdiers, okay. But I wanted like 40 plumes here.
Like, you're just in love with plumes. We saw you make 80 plumed archers versus Kingston in the Ghost Lake game, okay?
It's super good, yeah. Even Mario, when you're playing against a non-siege run too, like it's gonna be the elephants, right? But still,
yeah,
pikemen can do that.
Halb upgrade is going to be coming in a little later than you would normally want here. The mango and the chakram have helped, but still Halb is in, and Kingston's going to push. That should be a good fight for Kingston.
He's gonna lose it. Oh boy.
Whoa.
Way more than what I expected.
Seriously, you would think Halb would be destroying there.
Yeah.
The Shrivamsha Rider is a confusing unit, man. It's a super confusing unit. Like, how is it pushing in against Halb and Treb, but it couldn't push crossbow earlier with full armor?
Exactly.
Maybe that imp armor made a big difference? I don't know.
Yeah. The elite upgrades change a lot.
Oh, shoot, he did get elite. That makes sense. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. And also, crossbow's in the back of Ganji's base. So finally, Ganji losing eco.
He's losing as much as it in front. And he's still doing traps. He cannot do traps now.
Oh, man, and this is the danger of the rider is when they can just run past your castles and through your eco. You're just chasing. And Ganji, he'd fallen apart a little bit here, but he seems like he's recovering now.
Yeah, he's fully recovered.
Wow. He's killed 50 villagers in this game, by the way, and still counting. It's going to be over that. He's only lost 12, and that was just to those crossbows we just saw.
Yeah, but looks like KingstoNe has health a little bit, but I'm not a big fan. I mean, the thing is that you're playing don't upgraded plumes. You're playing like very few upgraded helps.
Yep.
You're not really like forcing one thing in the game. This is what I don't like.
Well, it's been a tough position all game. He's been trying to come back, and Ganji just doesn't let him breathe. Ganji just sending more Shrivamshas on the left side.
Yeah.
Said see ya.
Is it?
So he's going to stonewall the right. I also like that. I don't think it's hugely necessary to stonewall your own base against Halb, but
yeah,
it's better safe than sorry, I guess.
Better safe than sorry, exactly.
And you know, we've got 33 Shrivamshas here for Ganji. I would like to see castles from him, though. I think, I don't know if he got conscription, but I think that would be helpful.
Oh, there's a hole there.
Oh, boy. Could trap him.
Oh, but he can trap.
Trap him? Delete the house, make a new one? Viper would have trapped there somehow.
Yeah, Viper would trap for sure. KingstoNe needs to make save that his wallet at home.
Yeah, he's trying his best right now. I mean, here's the interesting thing, Miguel. It's 40 Halbs now, and there's maybe some Trebs. So if you get to enough Halbs with the Trebs where Ganji has to engage against you again, and he can't just raid, you could start to snowball this to victory because, you know, Ganji's just now starting to think of skirms, but that could be a little late.
Yeah, but he needs to force like a fight up on that hill.
Yeah.
Then get that hill and then you drop a castle there. He has the stun for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Until that, I don't think he cannot fight. And he needs more upgrades. Okay, he's getting the helps.
Yeah, that could have played its role as well, honestly, in some of the earlier fights.
Yeah.
Him not having more upgrades. And, wow, the Shrivamshas just snipe more Trebs. Ganji's just going to buy time. He's just buying time. Also, look at Ganji taking the gold on the right. Right next to the castle from Kingston.
I has full map control there.
Yeah. That's so funny. If you look at Kingston's point of view, he's missing that vision by one tile. Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
More riders are in. Oh, my God. Ganji's annoying me. I'm not even playing.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a headache just watching those.
Oh, yeah, seriously. I think Ganji needs to do a couple things, though. I think he needs to get relics. He's still on 0 relics. And I think he needs to mass trebs, and in these moments where he's raiding, go for a castle. I think he should treb down the castle on the right.
Sure.
Because there's a lot of halbs in the middle, but he just needs to... The raids are good, but this is where you mass 4 trebs, you continue to raid, and then when they're least expecting it, you go for the kill.
Like, if he keeps doing this, then KingstoNe is gonna get pop capped, and like he's gonna make a hell of arm that cannot be pushed back.
Yeah, and that is the continuous concern here for Ganji, is he's taking trades against Eco, but KingstoNe has still kept his TCs working, and there's now 60 halbs on the field. You don't have a lot that counters halbs.
Yeah, he doesn't have yet. Maybe, but if the fragile economy that KingstoNe have now, even though he has like 130 villagers, his skirmishers would be helped so much.
Yeah, yeah, and the skirms did help now, on the left side. Yeah, so that's nice.
But okay. He needs to stop making that to work, bro. 104 villagers means a bit much.
Yeah, it's true. I think it's just the stress. That's something like I still really struggle with. Like every time players continue to make vills in these instances, it's the same thing for me, man. Like I completely get it. So it's just so hard for me to think about it in post imp.
I struggle with many things, but this one is not a thing. I had to take a look a lot on how many villagers I have.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe my monitor's too big, bro. I'm gonna blame it on the monitor.
Okay, yeah. All you gotta do is find something to blame.
Yeah,
everything's fine.
Yeah, we'll blame it on the monitor. Well, this kind of funny moment there. KingstoNe's tried to take the gold on the right. Ganji is already taking it, and he denies it. Yeah. And you know, both players have one treb. Like no one's actually going for the push. Ganji is about to cross 100 villager kills in this game.
Eagle Warriors, I like it.
Yeah, I like that too. If you can get the gold, and I guess the 3-tile gold on the left is going to be important there.
Yeah. What's the gold right now? Okay.
I'm so... I hate Travamsha riders so much. Oh, they could just run past castles. They're faster than anything else. It's so crazy what he's been able to do with these things.
They gotta remove that thing that makes them avoid the first arrows.
I'm not a fan of it.
I hate it.
I mean, maybe we're old, you know, maybe we can't accept change, but yeah, I don't know.
Shared vision.
Don't even get me started on Nations Cup rules, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Let's just say that at this point, Ganji certainly made use of it, but here's the thing about the Gurjaras that's interesting. They don't even get pikemen. Their skirms are kind of crappy. If they're not making their unique units, they're kind of a bland civilization.
Exactly.
So you need this Travamsha rider, and you sometimes need the Chakram.
Yeah, but you need gold as males here.
Yeah, that's true. Nice job there from KingstoNe. He's going to defend the treb, finally. I feel like every time he's had a treb, it's been killed. But he's going to take 3 trebs, actually, and he's going to take them to the right side. And then on the left side, he's going with Elite Eagle. He doesn't have enough of them yet, but he could clear up all those skirms. And right to the north of that, Miguel, he's taking gold. So KingstoNe is... He's able to treb down the right, maybe. And he could clear up everything on the left. This is still possible for KingstoNe, even though he's lost 125 villagers.
But keeps producing. Oh, that castle. Okay, he's gonna kill the traps now.
Well, this is good for KingstoNe.
Yeah, it's good. He's gonna take the gold out of Ganji, but I mean, committing out the army there. He's gonna lose. He could be losing another the gold he's taking the other side.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't see the trebs from Ganji. So Ganji, he went from 0 trebs to 5. He lost 2 on the right. He's gonna lose his castle there, but he's taking the middle. Great move from both players. And again, it's so important for these guys to get wins. And both these guys were the promoted players in the group. They're playing amazing here.
Yeah.
How is KingstoNe not dead? That's my thing. Like KingstoNe should have been dead so long ago. I don't understand.
Maybe he focus more on the defensive. Okay, tons of Shivarish are inside now.
Yeah.
But he's just defending. He's not trying a single counter attack.
I know.
Annoying me so much.
I guess it's like because every time he gets his army mass to a point where he wants to counterattack, Ganji hits him on the next side.
Yeah.
Ganji's done
And
such
now
a good
Ganji
job at
has
that.
hand cannoneers.
Yeah, that's perfect. Skirm hand cannon actually, that might even be better than even just going for any more Shravamshas at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's
I
gonna
agree.
just tech light cav for the raids, and he's not gonna spend any more gold on Shravamshas, just hand cannons with skirms. I love this switch from Ganji.
Yeah.
Ganji's gonna get another treb there as well. Kingston really needs to engage, and normally what you'd want as Mayans is you'd want your own skirmishers now, which you might not have the time for.
He needs a unique tech as well. I don't think he's gonna get though.
That unique tech for Mayan skirmishers is insane, man.
Yes.
It's
and it's
insane.
like very underrated, right?
Yeah, no one talks about it because like Mayans are so good at everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice fight, by the way.
Yeah, crazy fight. And the trebs for Ganji could go down. Both players need to be very careful with their trebs. There's limited gold on the map. And there's also only one relic for Ganji. What in the world? Again, Kingston. Back from the dead. This is an unbelievable game.
What position do you prefer here? I'm not sure.
I mean, I think I would prefer Ganji's position if he had 4 relics.
Yeah, but he has 0 guys on gold. And
Yeah.
KingstoNe still has 2 golds to be taken.
Yeah, true. Man,
Sure.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I prefer to be the one who's controlling the game, right? So that's why I say Ganji.
Yeah.
I like to be the one raiding on sides. But as it stands, 161 villagers have been killed by Ganji in Kingston's base.
Yeah.
And the guy still is 110. And he's getting all these upgrades. He is going to lose villagers on the right now, so he should drop off that gold. But, I mean, there's an actual legitimate chance that Kingston does this. And he can also get his unique tech because he has the castles.
Yeah. Yeah. He should get it until, before the gold goes down.
Yeah. Both players should be making sure that they get all their trash technologies, the units that don't cost gold before. At least Lightcav now, like, they will die much faster to the castles. So Lightcav raids aren't as much of a worry.
Yes.
But it is going to be Hussar now for Ganji.
Yeah, but still like way better than to deal with than Shiransha.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so glad you're here, man. This is a crazy game.
Yeah.
This is nuts. Like, we might, at the end of this series, we might actually look at this game, if Kingston wins it, as the difference between you being in 3rd or 4th place. That's what's crazy. Like, this crazy hold from Kingston. What a confidence boost that would be to win a game where you've just been defending the entire time.
Yeah. But he put himself in that position, right? He had tons of chance to be counter-attacking.
Yeah, that's true.
I think when if I was him, what I would do different from him? Like, okay, use those crossbow to attack before, but I wouldn't go for pikemen that early. I think when you play pikemen that early, you are accepting that you're gonna be under pressure. Yeah.
He got conscription, which he didn't have before. I don't think he has it's called Hulcha. I don't think he has that tech for his skirms
but he's gonna win that fight in the middle.
No way.
Surely he has that.
No way, man.
You got it?
This is crazy. He's still mining gold. So he's going to be able to make more eagles, too. This is a ridiculous hold from Kingston.
Oh, boy. It's such a game, bro.
Wow.
It is being right, but I don't see a way back for Ganji, to be honest. All he can do now is Hussar and skirmishers.
Well, I mean, if Kingston just were to add... If he had 4 trebs right now, it's game over.
Yeah, for sure.
But he doesn't have the trebs yet. So if he had the trebs to push the castles, then it's over, for sure.
And okay, he's getting one there.
Yeah, I played a game. I was Portuguese against Comtam. Do you know him, the Japanese player?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was Mayans, I was Portuguese. I had 5 relics. And I was, making like Lightcav, skirms, and champions even. And he had 80 skirms with Mayans. It was a 90-minute game. He made over 700 skirms. I couldn't kill skirms. The Mayan skirms were insane.
Even Hero made a video about them destroying buildings. how how fast it would take.
Yeah.
Oh, nice walls by KingstoNe there, right
Wow.
side.
Yeah.
That
And
was clutch.
he doesn't need to leave there now because he's finished with the gold.
Yeah.
So he's completely fine there. Ganji does have like 40 Hussars in queue.
Yeah.
I think what Ganji really missed out on earlier in this game when he was raiding so much was just going for the kill with the trebs.
You sure? I don't think he should have committed. I think he should aim for like more side attacks. He wasted so much raiding. The raids were good, yeah, but maybe there was a chance for him to take one fight.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm not sure.
I mean, I think he's played a really good game, right? Like,
Yeah,
remember, Kingston could have died in early Castle Age. And then Kingston could have died in Castle Age. And then Kingston could have died at various points in Imp.
I agree with you that the raiders were like really good. But what if Ganji went like for 2 ranges instead of that stable? Ballistics right away when he had a control of that main gold. Wouldn't it have been better? I mean, it was good for a raid, yeah, but it would be an army that kind of impossible to be beaten.
That's a fair point. Hey, good fight here for Ganji.
I think it's better for KingstoNe.
I should say is a good fight considering, because normally normally you don't get to stay there. normally you have to leave. So he was able to find a fight somehow. That was kind of okay. Oh my god, we have petards for Ganji in the middle hill? To the right?
Where?
Near the stable?
Oh, okay, he went to raid, yeah.
I mean, I love it. I don't know if it's going to
well.
change the situation in his base, but I still respect it.
Yeah, but the thing is, he has nothing to defend after that castle.
Yeah. And
he has one there, the left side, but doesn't matter at all, in my opinion.
He hasn't really had an answer to Halb this game, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, normally the Chakram is that answer. Petards did bust through, by the way. We'll see if the Hussars get in.
He's gonna get tons of kills there. I don't think KingstoNe is watching that at all.
Yeah. You're correct. He's not. Kingston sees it now. But yeah, I mean, I think if there was like 20, 30 Chakrams, it would have been a lot more complicated for the Halbs to move out. But that's what's so tricky against with the Gurjaras, is that they have to have their unique units at play.
Yes.
Particularly against Mezzo, but...
Yeah. Maybe if Genji made a switch to Hussars before and then saved the gold for the unique unit.
Yeah, maybe. I like the micro from Kingston on the front. He's diving deep with his skirms. He's chasing the hand cannons away. He was trying to kill those.
Yeah, so good play.
Ganji still has 500 stone right next to those hand cannons. I feel like that should have been collected by now.
Yeah. But it was just like at somewhat a tunnel vision. It's, in my opinion, I see Ganji the same way I was versus Hira on the Franks versus Mains game.
Okay.
I'm saying I'm gonna win with these units and I don't care. Then you realize you're not gonna win with these and you start panicking.
Well, sometimes like, okay, it's easier to raid and it's easier to be aggressive when you don't have the tech switch.
Yeah, exactly.
And so you're just like, well, okay, so yeah, I do have this unit available, but I could do more damage if I just focus on this one thing. I totally
I have spare woods. I'm gonna sell my woods and then.
Yeah. I totally relate to that, and I think that's a very hard thing. I try as a caster to explain it, but I think it's a very hard thing for a viewer to realize.
Yeah, it's
because they can't relate to that to the same extent. Nice gate lock there from Kingston. He not allowing the Hussars in.
Yeah. His defense is really good. Really good.
I mean, Miguel, he's lost 194 villagers, dude. He's lost 194 villagers and killed 40. And he doesn't have relics.
You're right. Yeah, I was wrong, bro. He was doing good, keeping the two working all the time. He was doing good. I was wrong.
That's true. I mean, it's funny. He has now stopped at 110 villagers, so clearly he's taking your advice. Nice micro there from Ganji. He lured a lot of the Halbs away.
He's doing really good there. But still, like, 0 castles now for Ganji.
Yeah. And now just even Halbs could raid. Oh god, there's another hole, and now more Hussars
but it has Halbs there. Yeah.
Pop is still high for Ganji. He's got 30 skirms, and the skirms are actually looking pretty good. This game could go on for a while longer, because Mayans without gold, they're just going to make halbs, and they're just going to make skirms. And I don't think he got his unique tech yet.
No, he doesn't.
So if you don't have your unique tech, Mayan skirmishers aren't that much better. And then the Eagle Warrior...
They're not,
Like, okay, would you prefer in a 2-hour game, okay, would you prefer to have Skirm Hussar or Halb Skirm?
Be honest, I love the Hussar.
Yeah, I think Skirm Hussar is actually superior.
Yeah, and all the amount of economy that Ganji has right now.
Yeah, he's got 67 on food. He needs to send more vills. He honestly doesn't have many TCs, which could be an issue for rebooming.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's also... Look at this on the left. He added a siege elephant. He's going to raid there as well. Oh my god, Ganji, are you kidding me? What?
And KingstoNe realized it, but yeah, he's gonna... If he focus there, he's gonna lose the main fight.
Look in the middle. Look in the middle. It's also a pretty good fight for Ganji there.
Yeah, for both sides.
Oh my goodness. And I don't know where the 5th relic is, by the way. I'm not seeing it on the map at all. It's 3 relics for Ganji and 1 for KingstoNe.
It was carrying. It's on the TC of KingstoNe with the monk.
Oh, you mean in the south?
The main TC, yes. The main TC.
Main TC. Oh,
there's a monk side, and there's a relic. He's carrying the relic. Yeah.
Oh no, he forgot about it. Wow, this game has swung back and forth. And by the way, for those keeping track, 217 villagers lost now by KingstoNe.
Oh my. Oh. Being honest, I favor Ganji here.
Yeah. Because he's got, if you think about even wood control, he's got so much more control of that.
Yeah.
And he's got, look at him scouting on the right. He's got tons of vision. The left, he has buildings and vision. So anytime KingstoNe tries to push out...
KingstoNe's saying he's inside again. Yeah,
yeah.
Okay, he walled it now. Just
walled that. A couple Hussars get in.
The thing that I thought that we're gonna save KingstoNe is having castles. But I'm not sure anymore.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I was when I asked you about what's better, Skirm Hussar or Halb Skirm, my next thing was going to be, well, what would you prefer, having defensive castles or not? But then again, the guy who's had defensive castles has lost 225 villagers, so...
Yeah. Okay, he's taking a good fight in the middle as well, but still, like, look at the kill by Ganji.
Wow.
Gives you, like, a false information if you are KingstoNe here that you can push, and then, like, million of units are gonna be appearing non-stop.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a lot of buildings. He's got 11 ranges in the middle. Yeah. He's got 17 stables.
Yeah.
Nice work from KingstoNe, though. He's sniping all the hand cannons, which is really valuable. Yeah. And this game is just going to swing right back.
It's like when you think, okay, I can push, you're pushed back.
And then again, you have Ganji waiting on the left side to raid again. It's just non-stop.
Yeah, but this time KingstoNe is ready, I think. But seriously, if I was KingstoNe, I think I would have lost even more villagers than him.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, dude, I would have lost. I would have lost 500. Yeah.
Yeah, like that wood line for me on the left would be dead.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's ridiculous.
He's doing a super good game.
Yeah, and he's had, like, it's really hard sometimes when Hussars get into your base because you'll patrol your halbs to chase them, and then if they split group, your halbs are stupid and they'll chase like one unit to the corner of the map. And so it's really hard to keep track. And every time units get in, they're spread out by Ganji, and then somehow he's able to keep track. It's been really impressive.
His microing his units is so good.
Yeah, these guys are insane players, man.
They're good. They're really good.
Yeah. Crop rotation. Let's go, Ganji.
Oh, he might think, okay, this game's gonna take longer.
Yeah, I mean, when his farms start to reseed, it'll definitely... Eventually, there's going to be more wood banked for him. That's the idea. Yeah. So, that could be good. It's 80 army for both, 119 villagers for both. This might actually be... I don't know what the longest game was this season, but we might be getting close to the longest game in the first season right here.
I don't think this game is going to end anytime soon.
No, because it feels like KingstoNe won't die until he's out of the wood in his base.
Yeah.
or completely overchops it. But even that, as KingstoNe rewall the right side, that might take some time here. And then Ganji, obviously, he's not going to die. And I think Ganji wins the game, Miguel, if I had to make a bet. But I think he wins the game in like 20 more minutes.
Yeah, at least 20 more minutes.
At least.
I prefer his position as well.
Yeah. But like what you need if you're KingstoNe is you need an actual push for map control. And I just don't see him being able to do that because Ganji sees him every single time he moves out.
And he had the chance to do that tons of times ago.
Yeah. Yeah, and now, you know, he did get that second relic in, which is nice. So he's got that gold income, but that just doesn't feel like enough gold income to be able to do it.
No, not at all.
And you're just dying to skirmishers.
Here, like some eagles there only.
Yeah, and it's always tempting. You think, okay, how do I counter skirms? I got to add eagles, but he was kind of forced to go eagles without El Dorado. And so 60 HP eagles, they'll actually die to hussars pretty quickly.
Yeah. But the funny thing for me is that Ganji has 1 TC depending his economy. All he has. And he cannot, in KingstoNe doesn't try to raid. This is what's worrying me.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like maybe
like,
raiding with halbs.
Just halbs. Yeah, halbs.
Yeah.
Yes.
He did try on the right side, right? So he's looked on the right. Yeah. That's a good point. And he's got a skirm on the left. You're right. No castles at home for Ganji whatsoever.
Yes, just want to see. Just want to see has.
Yeah, so if he were to lose vills, he can't replenish them as fast. That's a very good point. Yeah, I would hope that maybe KingstoNe starts to raid then. It looks like he's really worried about his wood lines, though.
Yeah.
So he's like fighting for wood control on the right, and he's trying to clear up this nonsense on the left before he raids, probably.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Ganji just held the gate open. Did you see that? The ram went through the gate, and Ganji just sat it in there and let his buddies through.
That's some really good moves, Ganji. Like,
he's insane, man. I did a training series with him before Silver, and on Fortified Clearing, I had like 40 Coustier with Burgundians against his, like, let's say like 40 Arbalest from Poles. And I was like, oh, I've got elite Coustier. I just have to run around them. Easy. And he pulled 4 villagers, and he made 4 gates, like in a like right next to each other with 1 tile gaps. And he stacked his arbs on 3 tiles, and I couldn't get anywhere close. It was just insane. It was so fast. Will this game ever end, Miguel? We have a 90 army for KingstoNe. 70 army for Ganji. Vill count is dipped below 90 though for KingstoNe, which is a little bit worrying.
It's really worrying. He cleaned the left side, but still. What worries me is if KingstoNe raids now and kills a lot of villagers. The Q of Ganji is so big, bro.
Oh, that's
like,
true.
He's gonna have tons of army coming.
Yeah, that's
then really hard to stop.
Yeah, and but if you do stop it, that's your way to victory. Right?
Yeah.
So you have to kill...
No, then you won the game, yes.
Yeah, you have to kill like 20, 30 vills, and then they're going to have 20 to 30 more army.
Yeah.
And if you hold from that, then you're hopefully going to have the better economy. My thing is this Ganji's got so many farms, right? And a lot of that's to the back, so... I like the eagles on the right for KingstoNe, so he is thinking about raiding more and more.
Yeah.
The halbs on the left have been distracted, though, which is kind of sad. Then there's fights in the middle where you've just got a monk for KingstoNe for whatever reason.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's being raided everywhere.
Would you move the relics back if you're Ganji? It's right there in the middle. Would you move them or just leave them and just say, if I don't defend that area, I lose the game anyways?
I don't think he even remembers where his relics are.
Yeah, true.
To be honest. And 84 villagers for KingstoNe. I think he's dead.
Yeah, he's definitely in a spot where it's going to be hard for him to queue. He only has 6 halbs in queue.
Yeah.
I really want to see Ganji kill 2 more villagers, though, because it's a 298 villager kills right now. So just kill 2 more for me. Yeah, there's 140 hussars in queue for Ganji.
Yeah. Which one did you, bro? This is so annoying for me. What did you're able to do that? Like,
that's insane.
KingstoNe was just a little bit more aggressive this game.
Yeah. Well, I think, some of that could be confidence. You said that you don't necessarily think that KingstoNe is playing near his peak. at least compared to last year. Maybe because of school, maybe because things are busy, or maybe because of lack of confidence when you're playing against better players.
Yeah.
And I think confidence, it doesn't even come with who you're playing against. I think confidence comes based on your form, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're playing super good, you just make better decisions sometimes and are more confident in aggression. So I like the TC from Ganji, so he can add more vills. Hey, 301 vill kills.
A lot on the left side. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I don't want to look at that.
Yeah, and this might actually be when KingstoNe taps out.
Yeah.
Because he knows that wood is an issue, and his raid on the right is not going to do anything.
Yeah.
So he can't do counter damage, and he's losing lumberjacks, and his pop is going to dip super low here.
Well, what's going to keep him in the game is going to be his score difference.
Ah, true. But the second he loses the score lead, maybe then he
you tap out,
Yeah, unless he goes below 100 pop, which is actually possible right now, because he doesn't have much army in queue. He only has 3 units in queue.
Yeah.
He's got 14 villagers in queue, so that will go back up. Oh, my word. Stone wall! Look at the wall on the left!
Oh, okay.
He's not finished.
The hard thing is that you make those walls, and then you don't have stone for everything, then you drop like 3 houses in there.
That's true. You then have to palisade or market wall the rest of it.
I remember a game where I was playing with Brew. I don't remember which tournament was that. He was stone wall the whole map, and then in the end of the wall, he put like 2 houses, and it was breaking down with 4 menudas, I think. Then we lost again. GG played, yeah.
Wow.
Really nice game. Holy crap. And I think this is the game that's not gonna make me qualify.
Yeah, because now...
I'm pretty sure about that.
Because remember the stakes here, right? For you, you're currently sitting in 3rd, but if Ganji wins 2-1 or 3-0 today, you go to 4th. And we looked at the maps already, and we think that Ganji's got a good position with his civilizations on the maps.
For the other 2 maps, yes.
Yeah, it felt like KingstoNe, for your sake and for his sake to win the series, probably had to get this win here, and he almost did.
This was a must, yeah.
Oh, man, he almost did. What a ridiculous game, though. 592 Hussars created from Ganji. 633 Halbs from KingstoNe. What a game.
But being honest, the position he got into Imperial Age, he should have won the game.
Yeah, maybe early Imp, you think, with Arbalest? Just
earlier Imp, with like the 30 crossbows he had, 1 castle up, like 2 gold save.
Yep.
Stone to make a castle, a little forwards is not acceptable to me.
Yeah.
To lose in that position.
Yeah, maybe one will have to look back on later. You don't, when you're playing, want to think about that too much. It's very hard to think, to not think about it, because it can affect your mindset going into the next games. But Ganji brought in 40,000 more resources. He killed 330 villagers. Ganji had to work so hard to win that game.
Hard, yes.
Man. All right, cool. So, yeah, this is the matchup that, well, maybe the matchup we didn't expect. We had thought that maybe we were going to see Bohemian save for Regicide Fortress, which is Ganji's home map. I just want to make sure everyone has their sheep. It looks like it, so everything's fine. The Burgundians, are they the #1 Civ on Arena for you?
Yes.
I agree with you, except I think that if you have a really good Portuguese player with all-ins, or a really good Turks player, that Portuguese and Turks can beat them.
Yeah. But then you need to be a micro nerd.
Yeah, you need to be really
Something
good.
that we aren't, Tristan.
Yeah, that's very true. We like our eco. But yeah, I mean, Burgundians, especially with the build orders, there's like no way where you ever fall behind. Your economy is so strong. It's something that people are still talking about a lot. It's like, is it still too OP to have eco upgrades an age earlier and also have it discounted? But I talked to Ganji, and again, that one practice series and the conversations I had with him, I was able to gain a lot of insights into what he thinks. And basically, both of our opinions were, we never want to play against Burgundians. We will only play as Burgundians. And if the draft is not set up where we are not first pick, we ban it. Yeah. So if you're picking first, then maybe you don't ban it. If you're picking second, you always ban it. So Makes sense. There's the wood upgrade already for him. Well timed.
By the way, do you make like 7 villagers on foot in the beginning on arena?
With this
Both
build
are doing
order,
it. Both are doing it.
both are doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. No, I don't. That's interesting that I mean, it's not, I don't think it's a big deal. I think with deer, you know, maybe you want to bring in your deer faster.
Yeah.
And then you can get to your boar faster or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe if you think that you're gonna waste less food, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I get it with Ganji because you want to get the wood upgrade.
Yeah, for sure.
And so having the 1 extra on food is what I always do. Even on Arabia, if it's just sheep, I always have 7 on sheep, and then I delay the lumber camp.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. But I mean, if you're not taking hunts, I think it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, so Kingston has a civ that can beat the Burgundians and can beat any civ if they get to their composition of Halb, Hoofnietze.
Yeah.
If you get to that, it's very hard for the others to stop. The problem is too often people are just sitting back in their base, and it takes a very long time. So I'm wondering if maybe he goes for a different approach here.
I feel like you gotta aim for map control.
Yep.
For something.
Yeah, and I think, you know, if you go pikemen like that, or a lot of spears, that's an option. I personally don't love the spearman play because spearmen get converted by monks so easily.
Well,
but we could see
I
it.
don't know, but the theory that you don't want to waste food me putting 7 wood doesn't make sense here because Ganji was half of the first boar and then he already took the other.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why now.
Well, there's just so little to do in arena. I've actually thought about that on arena. Sometimes I bring in my deer too fast and my boars too fast because I'm just so bored. I have nothing else to do. But I think it actually would be better if I delayed bringing them in.
Running thing here, please show us a nice Monk Rush KingstoNe.
Yeah.
Is this what you have to do?
Oh, look at this. Hold on. Kingston, this is an old trick. He's placed the palisade on the wolf, and that's just going to remind him where the wolf is. That tells me that Kingston's going to be adding spearmen.
Oh, that's true.
But
it doesn't show... it doesn't show like in Voblaze, right?
Yeah, they changed it. So
it doesn't show the wolf.
Well, so you know, a little history behind that trick is that pre-DE, any building foundation would give you vision. So if you made like you know, 1 million palisades, placed the foundations in the middle, you'd get vision over it. And they changed that. So now you can't see the wolf. But yeah, back then, it was really interesting actually. You would place the palisade, you could see the wolf, and then if you saw the wolf had moved and was gone, you knew that they had sent a unit over there at some point. It was really interesting.
Tristan, why does KingstoNe have 8 villagers on the queue?
I don't know. He's gonna cancel.
He took out. Okay.
Yeah.
It scared me, man, for a little bit.
I think that's nerves. Nikov had 10 villagers in queue at 23 pop yesterday.
Oh boy.
But I think also, like, and I'm not sure how true this is, like, Dave says it sometimes, and I'm like, dude, I have yet to speak to really anyone who does this, but, you know, it's a caster observation. Some people think, anyways, that you do that to lower your score and confuse the opponent.
Oh, that can be true, actually, but...
But like,
I don't think someone's gonna be expecting a tower rush as Boemus.
Exactly. In this matchup, there's no way you're trying to surprise anyone. Like, I think if there's potential for Feudal Age rush, like if it's fortified clearing, I could see doing that with poles maybe, because poles could tower rush.
With poles, with poles.
Yeah.
With poles for sure. But... I don't know.
Okay,
so it seems like he wants to boom here.
Yeah, he's definitely going to boom. I was going to say, every time I've seen him play, he never goes YOLO. It's always map control and boom. And Ganji has gone aggressive in the past, but I would expect him to also go for the eco because he's Burgundians. So
yeah.
All right, so I just want to talk about what we have in store today. because we have 3 more sets after this. So after this is going to be Kingston versus Jordan. And the main thing there is it seems like Jordan's definitely going to get second place, but obviously it does depend. If Kingston wins 2 games here, then he'd need to win 3 versus Jordan, and he could actually knock Ganji out.
Yep.
So that's the series after this. After that, we have Leary versus Dark, where Dark, I don't know the exact data, but he needs to... I think he needs to 3-0 Leary, but I mean, 2-1 versus Leary also is maybe possible that he stays up. Obviously, winning versus Leary in general should be very difficult, but we haven't seen Leary in 3 weeks, so we don't actually know.
Yeah. He disappeared.
Yeah, seriously. And then the last series is the biggest one of the day. Nikov versus Doubt. Nikov yesterday in a must-win series relegated Vinchester, but he has to win 3-0 versus Doubt today, or he's relegated. So that will be the final series today. So we got a lot of different sets on our hands later on.
Doubt versus Nikov is gonna be insane.
Seriously. I think so. I talked to Nikov, and I think
Plantation.
Oh, hello, hello,
Hello.
hello.
What happened there?
What? I don't know, but that's really sloppy from Ganji.
Where are you paying attention? Like seriously.
Dang. Well, anywho, that's pretty bad. You're gonna be making scouts, and Kingston's off to a good start here. So Miguel hype, but shoot, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So when I spoke to Nikov, first off, he was happy with his victory. I think he needed it too because he was really struggling the first couple of rounds. But he doesn't seem to have faith that he can get a 3-0. He thinks that Doubt's going to have one map where he's got a really good civ and he's going to get the win. But Nikov said, I have no faith, so I will have no pressure, which might help me. So
The problem of Nikov is when he feels under pressure.
Yeah. Well, I still remember the one thing that you said to me when we were playing the 3v3 tourney. Remember, it was the you were pocket Cumans, I think, and then I was flank Aztecs, and then I think Dogal was on the other side or Lan. But I went in. I'm gonna get smashed because I was up against Tato, and I completely worked it.
I remember, yeah.
Oh man, dude, I went in with no pressure because I'm I suck, right?
Yeah.
And then I outplay him, and then I'm holding verse Tato and Slam, and I'm doing really well. And then the pressure started, and you're like, Tristan? He's like, you only feel nerves when you expect to do something. When there's expectations, that's when the nerves come.
Yeah, and when you are the underdog, but out of sudden you are winning the game.
Yeah, I know.
This is the worst one.
Lots of spearmen in the middle here, as there's also light cap for Ganji.
Yeah.
We will see eco as well. Reminder though, Ganji has the much better economy. He's been working off of eco upgrades that Kingston can't afford right now.
But he's going for Fervor now. But Fervor is insane, bro.
It is really cool. I like that bonus a lot. I think it's a really unique bonus.
What Ganji doing?
He's gonna lose the light cap.
Light cap, yeah. Oh boy.
Maybe Ganji's feeling the pressure.
I don't know. But the guy's doing some moves that I did not expecting from him.
Yeah. Lost one scout, which is sloppy.
Yeah.
And then there, maybe he just wasn't expecting that many spearmen. He donated a light cav now, and that's good for Kingston because he hasn't had to make a stable, and he could use that light cav to kill monks.
Yeah. Really good.
There's also the scout. There's starting scout, and okay, that's going to be an easy collect there for
a lot of
Ganji.
investments. I prefer Kingston position here.
Yeah.
And he has the 30 SIP soon. Gonna be earlier. Plus he got Fervor. Fervor makes so much difference, bro.
Especially with those farms.
I was rewatching my game versus Ganji here, and when I had Fervor in hand card, my villagers were as fast as a knight almost.
It's so funny. It's so funny
yeah.
when you see someone going for a castle drop with Bohemians or they're getting raided, so the villagers have to run somewhere. It always looks so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Kingston's playing so well. Look at that. Kills the monk. He'll even save the light cav here and kills another light cav.
It's going good for him. Yeah.
He needs to heal that light cav. If he can send that home and heal it, it'd be so nice. But maybe he's got a boom on 3 TCs. It's
he
probably
wants
tough.
to deny the. He's gonna try to deny just this premium.
Nice work there from Ganji. He blocked that scout so we could get the kill.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Ganji is getting the third relic here, the one that was more fair from both.
Yep. Am I missing? Oh yeah. Ganji should get 3.
Did you see that KingstoNe started converting the light cap from Ganji in front of his gates, but then he was thinking, okay, he's gonna run away. I just wanna heal my light cap, and Ganji deleted his light cap.
4 TC.
Oh, I don't like that.
I normally don't like it either, but I think if he goes Pike Mangonel, I do like it. Like, it will obviously delay his imp, but I think delaying your imp is worth it if you're applying some type of pressure, because then if Ganji makes a castle, let's say, then it's going to be in his base. It's not going to be in the middle.
Yeah. And there's a Mega now, you're right.
I think this could also be for defense, but considering he's actually scouting the middle of the map too, I don't think he's actually expecting pressure from Ganji. This is really well executed here from KingstoNe.
Yeah, really well. But if I'm playing versus Burgundians, I'm never going to be expecting a Castle Age aggression.
Yeah, true. Wow. So, speaking of drama, right? All these other series, KingstoNe lost a crazy first game where he lost 350 villagers, but somehow took it over 90 minutes. And here he comes to pressure a little bit. Here's the potential weakness of the spearman play, though. If your opponent has monks, they can just convert all your spearmen.
And then you gotta make sure you're right-clicking into the light cap. Otherwise, the spearmen are gonna be attacking each other.
Yep. Which is so annoying.
Yeah.
All right, Siege Workshop from Ganji. I like the fact he's still making monks, and I like the fact he's getting Sanctity.
Yeah.
But again, just look at what Ganji has to do now. Ganji's not pushing. Ganji has to invest further into the Castle Age. So I in theory, even though the Imperial Age time could still be later for KingstoNe, he could have a much better economy.
Snipe it one monk more.
Even. Wow. Well, I mean, we said he was really good on open maps, and we were questioning why does he pick Arena. I'm beginning to understand why he picks Arena a bit more now.
He's showing up.
Seriously strong.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't forget to make a university in chemistry before he gets imp.
Wow, you're amazing, Miguel. Look, he just added a university.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that a satisfying feeling? Like, you say something that should be obvious. Big shot there for Ganji. But you say it, and they do it immediately after. It feels so good.
Oh, KingstoNe.
Oh, Ganji. Oh, this is so good for Ganji.
Yeah, so good for Ganji.
And Ganji clicks up to imp. 67 vills versus 83, though. So that's a pretty big difference.
Oh, that's a lot of difference, actually.
And KingstoNe will be able to click up.
And Ganji is gonna go skirmishers.
Ah, skirms, huh?
Yeah.
You like skirms? Do you hate skirms? What are your thoughts?
I think it's gonna be really good.
Okay.
Maybe very beginning.
Yeah. KingstoNe's gonna drop the castle forward here. No, okay, that's a good castle.
I like it. Oh, why he canceled it?
I think he wants to drop it. I think he wants to take the fight. Oh, he's gonna drop it there.
Oh. I don't think you need those 3 tiles more.
Well, it does.
It encourages. Imagine if Ganji had her redemption here.
I know, right? It gives you a weakness, especially no loom. Oh my god. No loom, no sanctity. Obviously, sanctity would affect his builds. KingstoNe.
Oh, nice hit.
The monks are gonna maybe go down. And now the monk from Ganji's trying to deny the castle. Sick micro from KingstoNe here, honestly.
From both, actually.
Yeah. Oh my god. Ganji unlucky.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna get the castle, but... What do you prefer here? Being faster in imp or having chemistry right away?
I think I prefer having 20 more vills than having chemistry right away.
Yeah.
I think that actually ends up being stronger here. I'm not sure if it's worth it to toss your pikemen away now to take out the mangonel.
The mangonel is not gonna do anything to you.
But to be fair, this might just be about siege, and it might not be about anything else. I think what's important for Kingston, he just ran out of stone underneath his TC. So actually, both players aren't mining any of their stone, and it's all going to be on the front. Ganji's about to. Kingston needs to do the same. That's actually going to be really important right now. So we'll see.
Why is he doing archer rings? Feel like all you need here, bomber cannons helps.
And maybe I guess he just thinks it's going to be ranged. Like that just feels like such a natural move. Is just go ranged units.
But I'm not sure.
I guess chemistry just now finished.
Yeah. And he's gonna have 2 castles. I think he's gonna win this game.
All right. Well, we'll see. Bomber cannons on the way for one and not the other. That's the problem for Ganji. He is behind by 20 or so villagers.
He just finished chemistry.
Yeah.
And he's gonna have to fight like 2 castles now.
And you don't even... this is the thing, too, is you don't actually need to go for Hufnita every single game with Bohemians.
No, you don't need.
But
he needs to repair that castle.
I guess he's just going to let that one go down and use the other one.
Oh, this is the castle that keeps your bomber cannons alive.
Ooh, you see what Ganji's planning on? Ganji is going to go Cavalier, but he's still really late on upgrades.
Oh, and he lost the bomber cannon.
Oh! That's such a frustrating feeling.
This is... And he's going to skirmishers now. Yeah, I take it back. I take it back. I think letting this castle go down is such a big mistake.
Okay, we'll see. Still got bomber cannons, but Ganji does too. It felt like there was a moment there for Kingston.
Way better upgrades for Ganji.
That's true. Oh, and he's attack rounding between the trebs. So he weakened both of them. And he snipes that one as well. I think that was an attack round too.
Yeah, it was so well played by him.
Wow.
Now it has like 10 less villagers, but has all the momentum in the game.
Yeah, momentum's huge here, right? And you know, you can... As long as you're pushing back this castle, you don't even need to win the game right away. You can take all the stone and gold. You still have 3 relics. You are Burgundian, so you've got other options too. And it does feel like
this is why it was such a mistake to let that castle go down. Because now you're gonna waste the same amount of stone to repair even more further back castle. You know?
Yep. And I think the most important thing here is that he's not mining stone because the stone miners are repairing, and it's just such a difficult thing to realize in the moment.
Oh, Mr. World.
Ganji's attack rounds have looked really good here, I have to say. But ooh, Kingston gets some much needed shots. He absolutely needs to take out these trebs.
If he doesn't take out the trebs, it's game over.
Oh man, this is crazy. Bomber cannon micro. There's only 1 treb for Ganji. Ganji loses another cannon. Kingston loses a couple more cannons. Kingston's got 1 more cannon there.
Kill the treb, bro.
Kill the treb.
Once a bomber cannon. And now he's gonna kill the treb, yeah.
Kill the
treb.
Kill
the treb, not this treb.
It auto-attacked. You could tell he was going to, and then it fired. Come on, kill the treb!
No,
what is the cannon doing?
I has to play more dodgeball.
There we go. Well?
Oh, but he's not expecting the palace switch.
Yeah.
I think I don't see KingstoNe win this game anymore.
I don't know though, because there's only one. Oh, actually, no, I'm wrong. There's 4 cannons for Ganji. I get the paladin's going to be in, but I've yet to see the final armor. I've yet to actually see the numbers. So if Kingston can push, he's already on pikeman. He could always click halb at any time. I still think there's a chance here. He's got the slightly better economy, but it's questionable on how much that matters against Burgundians.
Yeah, but this doesn't matter how nice shot. I don't think it matters that you have way more economy if you're losing expensive units.
Yeah. And Ganji's micro has been good enough with the cannons.
It has been amazing actually.
Yeah, that's true. It's been really nice. And he's just buying himself time.
Doesn't go pop capet now because of skirmishers.
Look
he has to make the.
Look how many cannons he has in queue. He's got 4 more cannons in queue. Oh, that was a big shot.
He's gonna go with Nietzsche, I think.
Yeah. Does this outpost on the left show? Oh, man, that outpost on the left doesn't show the stables.
Doesn't show the stable.
Well, look at Ganji into the castle with his skirms.
Oh, not sure that those wagons do to boomer cannons.
Yeah. Okay. This is really difficult to cast, isn't it? Because you
Okay.
never know who's going to take the best
Going
fight.
for more armor. See, he's expecting the pala play, at least.
I don't know if he is, but he might just be getting the text just because. He has been making pikes the whole time. Oh my goodness. Like, if he could take out Ganji's cannons and then realize Paladin's in, fall back and have help, he's fine. He's got a lot of cannons there.
Bro, I would be dead a long time ago here. In both of the guys' position. Oh boy, it's so many Paladins.
Yeah, this is just not the type of game that is easy to play. They make it look so much easier. And now Paladin's in, and there's a good, healthy amount of them. And this is just in time to save Ganji's castle. He's got to take those bomber cannons out.
What a micro Ganji, bro.
Ganji's insane on these maps.
This is over. This is over.
Yeah, and then from here, if your opponent doesn't have cannons, you take the castle.
Yeah.
You take the map control, and you take the game.
It's just about not saving one freaking castle in the front.
Yeah, seriously, right?
This game.
It's brutal. Like, on other maps, there's a reason people don't like Arena, because on other maps, you can, like, okay, I can do this instead. This bad thing happened, I can go here, do that, make this. But on Arena, man, if you're not making correct decisions all the time, you are going to be punished, and that is precisely what happened here. Great play from Ganji.
Great play from Ganji, but like KingstoNe was so ahead.
Yeah, seriously, it felt like the position was there with the villager lead. I'm not a fan of the castle spot in the first place, because if you make the castle in the middle of the map, Ganji's able to sit underneath a castle and trap you down. But if you make the castle kind of where we thought he was going to do it originally, then Ganji's got to bring his trebs out from underneath the castle, and it's easier for you to use your bombard cannon. So I think those are the two main things there. Still, though, Ganji just seems to be making the better decisions here. And, well, Miguel, congratulations on 4th place in Group C.
Thank you, Tristan. That is just... I mean... How can you let a castle go down on Arena? This is what worries me.
Yeah, castles are so important.
You're gonna have cannons before. You can get his castle down as well. So, like,
and you know what's even worse than losing that castle? It's losing the game and then looking at the resources collected and seeing you're ahead in every single category. Yeah. Painful to see.
No, it's so painful, yeah.
But, while it was simple from us, from the caster's perspective, Ganji, he hid that Paladin switch for so long.
Yeah.
And his cannon micro was really good there. Because I thought, that having chemistry in faster would lead to, the better cannon position, would lead to taking out the castle. Ganji never lost a castle.
Yeah.
He took out one, and then Paladin pretty much did the rest of the job there.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't see the reason to do skirmishers versus Bohemians, versus Bohemians being Bohemians.
Yep.
I feel like you just have to stick into halbs and cannons.
Yeah, and if they go for their own cannons, like their own hand cannons, you have your bombard cannons to be able to kill that in theory. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to make skirmishers.
It's a shame because the other aspects of that game were great. It's just the unit type wasn't great. Just the unit and the castle position was rough. All right, so we know that Kingston's relegated. He will be back down the Gold League. We know Ganji's now in the playoffs, so the situation is pretty much set here. I think the only thing that could change in this group is if Ganji gets the 3-0, and then Kingston immediately after this 3-0's Jordan. Ganji goes 2nd place and Jordan goes 3rd. But again, that shouldn't have that big of a difference. But obviously, being in 2nd place means that you're going to play a 3rd place player in the playoffs, which might be a slightly worse player. So that could be good. But yeah, we've got Vietnamese for Kingston. Obviously, he knows he's relegated. That could play part of it. But he has tried some out-of-the-box strategies before. And you and I both kind of feel like Bengalis are just so good on in this format, and that the Vietnamese won't accomplish much. So I guess we'll see.
I don't see any chance for Bengalis for Vietnamese here.
Oh, that's just such a good clickbait YouTube title. I don't.
Then he wins with Imperial skirmishers and helps.
I mean, that could maybe work. Full trash units. You don't really think about that, but if it goes late,
Yeah. But even like this, I don't see.
yeah. Well,
KingstoNe, my boy, what have you done today, bro? You
So-
had the game in your hands.
yeah, seriously, could have won both games. I
Yeah.
I told viewers this before, but I'll say it again. So because your position depended on, or I guess speaking to viewers, Miguel's position in the group depended on KingstoNe getting a win today, and Miguel was like, "It's time for me to offer free coaching for KingstoNe, 1 day only. I'll coach you."
For you.
By the way, I know we never really like finished when we were doing coaching many months ago, but my elo's taken a hit during Titans League, man, and so I might be maybe like March, April, May. I might be on the grind again. Might need to get back to 2K3. I'm looking pretty rough right now.
What happened with you, bro?
I don't know.
We're looking yeah.
Probably just back to like bad habits. That's so easy to just fall into bad habits. But also, I've been casting like 8 hours a day and then doing everything else. So it's like, I guess, casting and working so much. So I think it's just hard for me to have the same focus and energy.
Yeah. I understand the feeling.
You know what's funny though? Is like, me hosting Titans League does not help my own elo. Because everyone gets so motivated. Like, all these people that were playing in silver were grinding so much. And so I'd be like, oh, I'm very proud I'm hosting Titans League. I'm so happy. Let's go play a couple games and win some games and feel good about ourselves. And then you got all these people, and they're like plus 150, plus 200 elo because they're taking it super seriously now. And I just
kept as much as they can.
Yeah, and I just kept getting smashed.
Oh, that's... So, this is something that KingstoNe does when he plays Team Game Arena. He's gonna go for 4 TCs right away.
Okay, 4 TC boom.
Yes.
I think he goes elephants then. Like, why would you 4 TC boom into Ratans? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Doesn't make any sense. He's gonna go for TCs, yes. But I don't know what builds that. What is gonna sell? 100 wood and 100 stone, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, because you start with... Did he get... Don't you start with 50 gold? No, you start with 0 gold and it's 150 stone.
Gold, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna sell 100 wood and 100 stone.
I mean, he's got tons of wood, so he's gonna be able to sell quite a bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Bengalis, like the bonuses that we know are strong, you get plus 2 villagers when you arrive to each age. So he's gonna be up 4 villagers, Ganji. And as far as the scouting's concerned, it looks like Ganji's seen a few of the relics too, so he'll probably think about that. But yeah, I mean, someone just said, aren't Vietnamese better in Regicide Fortress than they would be on Arena because of the start? Yes, they think they definitely are, but that could be the same for Bengalis too. Like, I think Bengalis are better. A lot of civs can be better. But I think, like, having the ability to go for the elephant or the Ratan's nice, because normally you'd have to build up the castles and then you're committed. You're going Ratan archers.
Yeah.
Now, here,
For sure.
you can kind of play it by ear a little bit too, so I kind of like how you have the option. Whereas, just because of that castle, so.
Yeah. The thing is that on Arena you're almost never gonna see elephants happening. It's like it's so small map. You fight for the control, and you cannot fight for the control of the map with very expensive units.
Yeah.
Unless it's a bomber cannon.
And by the way, someone pointed out that in the event that Ganji were to 3-0 here, and then KingstoNe 3-0s Jordan, it is a very big difference because third place will most likely play Yo or Leary in. So yeah, I mean that's not going to be a good matchup for anybody. So I think Jordan is going to definitely want to hold on to that second place spot so he doesn't have to face Yo or Leary.
I kind of knew that, so I wasn't even considering KingstoNe to be winning versus Jordan much because I know Jordan wants to win.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. Well, I like that. I mean, the other thing that gets me excited about the group format is you can never look at, like, the way this system works, you can never look at it and say, wow, that group's unfair. This seeding process sucks, right? Because you are placed into groups based on solely on results. So,
Exactly.
you know, like next season, you'll be placed in the group as a 4th place player. And then there will be a 1st place player and a 2nd and a 3rd and a 4th, all from the previous season. And then in the round of 12s, like someone might be like, oh my God, like there's a possibility that we could have like Leary versus Viper in a quarterfinal. And people are going to say, you know, why that? Or even, not even that, we could have like MBL versus, I'm trying to think of another example. Well, I guess I'm struggling to think of a good example right now. But think of like 2 top 5 names. Oh my God, round of 12. How does this happen? If it was just seeded by some ruling that someone came up with and system someone came up with, you could question it. But because it's always based on results, you could say, well, if Leary doesn't want to play in a round of 12, he needs to win his group.
Yeah,
he needs to play better. And so it all goes back to results. I really get excited about that.
Plus $40 per match you want.
Yeah, and that's like that can add up to like for the group winners. Like you can get $400 or $500. I think in the future I want to possibly make it less money per win and add more to the placement prizes. So like I forget what it is right now, but I want someone who's relegated out of platinum because they normally don't get as many wins. I want them to receive a little bit more, which would mean I'd have to change some things. But obviously, it's always good to have that motivation too. So KingstoNe's still playing for $40 here, and potential of $120 in the next series.
Yeah. Oh, you don't commit into a Bengali monk, right?
No, you just run away from it.
Yeah.
His sanctity too. I like how Ganji got that. He knows that he's going to be busy on his boom. So.
Yeah. But still, look how much time does he need to get into the same amount of villagers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, KingstoNe bought wheelbarrow right away. I don't know if I like that.
You said wheelbarrow right away?
Yeah, he got like he didn't make a villager on his main TC after he got up to castle. He made a wheelbarrow.
Interesting. Yeah, I think the wheelbarrow is too early for my liking.
Yeah.
When you're at about, I like it if you're on 60 or so vills. And then one of your TCs goes for wheel.
I always do it to base it on the amount of farms that I had.
Okay, so how many?
I would go like it depends how many TCs you have, right? But I always think that if you need like 6 farmers for each TC to work, and if I have 3 TCs and I have like 20 farmers, then I do it.
Okay. This wolf is very angry at the Ratha right now.
Right away from TCs, and I have to wait like 28 farmers or something.
Yeah, I also feel like when you're placing farms further away from buildings, that should play its role.
Yeah.
Like you don't need wheelbarrow as much with this farming eco. You might need it once he goes for the 2nd layer.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
He definitely is going for rats and archers here. I really want to see the rats and archers work. Because, you know, the Bengalis, what makes them strong is their eco and their ability to get relics, but their units are still a little questionable for people. Like, the Ratha's a solid unit, but it might not be everything.
Yes. I wonder how do they attack Rat and archers, those Rata?
Yeah, true.
I wonder.
Well, I mean, I feel like, actually, rats and archers might be amazing because they have high pierce armor, right?
Yeah.
And the Ratha base attack, when it's ranged, when an elite is 6.
Yeah.
So they won't take a lot of damage from the Ratha.
Yeah, but I think he has to mix skirmishers together with the Rata.
Yeah. And even elephant archers. That's what I want to see. Like, elephant archers versus rats and archer is going to be the battle of the pierce armor. The units are never going to die.
The monk takes 8 damage, bro.
It's insane.
Like, seriously.
These monks just do not die. Oh, man. It's a risky game to play here, rats and archers.
KingstoNe is mad, bro.
Yeah, he seemed mad as in angry or mad as in crazy. Yeah. Well,
committing in those monks, bro. Why?
You should not be doing this against the Bengali monks.
It's impossible.
Yeah. Like
He's gonna lose a monk now as well.
If the Bengalis didn't have this bonus with the monks, I get a lot more excited about other civs against them. But Ganji's used them nicely here. Well played from Ganji.
Yeah.
And he's also adding his own Ratha now, which I think is a smart move. He might not have originally wanted to do that, but he's like, listen, we need these relics. We need some map control. Let's get some more of that.
Alright. Okay, Ganji's gonna go imp now.
Ganji's monk control, though, is incredible.
Yeah,
it is so good. Like, his monk and his bomber cannon control, I'm so jealous. His unit control in general is just very, very good. I've never really seen an instance where it's not.
What are you doing, KingstoNe?
Oh, boy.
Look at the castle in the middle. Oh, he can even deny the castle. Oh, he deleted.
Okay, there you go. I don't know if this is looking so good. Because, like, the play of getting the castle up in the middle, that makes sense.
It's gonna be later, yeah.
But you have to have the position. Also, the Ratha take seemingly no damage to the Rattan Archer.
Yeah.
They've got so much HP.
How much? Oh, very few. Okay. The Ratha is gonna destroy.
Yeah. Oh, man, this is bad. This is really bad. I mean, we didn't expect it to go great, but there's always that hope that we could be proven wrong.
No, it doesn't work.
The monks just don't die. And 2 conversions just like that. You still have your Rathas here to help out. Another conversion is going to come in.
He wants to the castle as much as he can.
Yeah. You're really forcing the issue here. And Ganji didn't even have Bod Canero on these Ratha. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
he doesn't care at all. Bengalis are so insane though.
How do you hype this game, Tristan?
Yeah, I know. I'm really trying to think of ways to hype this game.
Blame you.
Well,
one guy is reaching in with almost the same amount of villagers.
Yeah.
After the bonus happened, and the other guy is not even clicking up yet.
Yeah. Oh man.
Now, yeah.
Here comes Ganji. He's like, "That's a great idea. I'm gonna drop a castle here."
Yeah, you gave me a good idea.
I mean, they could both have their castles denied. Funnily enough.
Yeah.
If Kingston completes his castle and Ganji does not, there's a chance.
Yeah, but
no loom, bro. Come on, Ganji.
Okay.
This fight is very awkward to watch.
It's not much.
Castles should go up for Kingston. I think he can just send more bills.
And Ganji is not adding traps yet.
Yeah, true. Should be doing so. Is just going to make a castle at the bottom of the hill. So, okay. Ganji's got 4 relics. The 5th relic is actually in Kingston's base. Kingston has 2 castles to make Rattans. Kingston also has a siege workshop, which will probably make bombard cannons eventually. Rattan Archer is the unit that Kingston wanted to get to. It looked sloppy. However, he has more fills.
Yeah.
So he's got that, but I don't know if he's going to be able to keep his castle up.
Being honest, it's gonna be the same situation as last game, Tristan.
Yeah, loses the castle and then
lose the castle
army.
and then get pressure, has no army. Yeah.
Yep.
And then the villager advantage he has is gonna be only to hold.
And that's why I think going 3 TC with Rattans is better, because you actually have a faster imp. And
I don't think we need to make Rattans, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Oh no, Rattas you said, okay.
No, I'm talking about Kingston. Like, if I'm going Rattan Archers, which is a unit that costs wood and gold, I would go 3 GC boom.
Yeah, no, you don't need 4 to make that.
Yeah, because it doesn't help you. Like, yes, you'll get more villagers with 4 town centers. However, your imp time is delayed, and the imp time is the most important thing for archers.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can get those.
Doesn't matter if you have like 15 more villagers.
Exactly, yep. If you're going paladin or something, or elephants or something that's really expensive, then you need that extra economy.
Yeah.
Good work here from Ganji.
Is he gonna go down? No.
Okay.
You see now, I think he's realizing the mistake he did last game, and now he's trying to repair the castle.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, there is also a hill here. It feels like...
Yeah.
It feels like this hill is what's going to decide this game.
Yeah, but if he... I mean, he could lose the last game, but if he tried to to waste all the stone he used it on the secondary castle that was super useless.
Like
He
this?
tried to just using to repair. Yeah.
What do you think about
this one is somewhat uphill, yeah. But
Like-
still, I don't like it. Still, yeah.
I would
don't like
prefer to repair the castle you
He
already
repair
have.
forever, yeah. Keep repairing the castle you have up already.
Yeah, building a new castle doesn't seem like the
Yeah.
right play here.
No, not at all.
30 skirmishers for Ganji. Rats and archers still take quite a bit of bonus damage against skirmishers. They're not elite rats and archers. You need the castles for them. We might actually
nice
see
shot.
Imp Skirm. And wow, great hits here from Kingston.
Really good.
You might actually, I mean, if he can keep that
Redemption,
castle
I
up.
think. There's redemption, I think, for Ganji.
Conversion doesn't come in, though.
Yo, boy.
Awkward stuff for Ganji.
Oh, seriously, bro. He doesn't mean a single shot with the traps. What?
Oh, that's so good. Like, that's a thing that I might not even think to do there, is use your trebuchets against the mangoes.
I would use, but my traps were gonna miss the shots.
Yeah, my trebs would miss too. There's something about, it's like if you... Certain types of players just always get those hits. They must know something we don't.
Yeah, and Ganji is not going. Didn't go for either ballistics or chemistry. He doesn't have a university actually.
Interesting. So you're saying there's a chance here, Miguel?
Yeah, but Ando has a university.
I mean, bombard cannon's on the way here for Kingston. He's got archer ranges, and he might click
Look
Imp
at
Skirm.
the castle. I think Ganji doesn't get anymore.
What in the world is that castle, man? Well, he converted a bombard cannon, so redemption pays off.
And the Bangon as well. Oh, imagine if he got a shot on the skirmishers.
This is a lot of stone wasted here for Ganji. He doesn't have any more stone income.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
But now he's gonna go.
both players have put a lot of stone into this situation here in the middle of the map, right? That the game definitely ends depending on who controls the middle of the map. I just can't tell who's going to control it right now. It feels like it's still going to be Ganji because he's got more trebs. That's the difference.
Yeah, but he needs to commit way more villagers there to... Because he has to repair right away the castle.
Yeah. Needs to repair it and then maybe focus down the enemy
He's not
treb.
repairing, he's gonna go down now.
Yeah, okay. So that castle, not exactly worth it.
Not exactly. How long did it survive, bro? 10 seconds up?
How much does Imp Skirm cost? It's pretty expensive, right? Because I know it's really strong.
450 wood and 350 gold, I think.
Yeah, so actually, Kingston can't afford it. I mean, at least his skirmishers have more HP.
Bro, if he did this on the castle of the last game, with like 44 villagers repairing,
You just can't forget about the previous game.
I'll never forget.
I love the
villagers he
tilt.
has.
I love the frustration that comes out in your voice. It's so good.
So frustration.
He's actually holding. Kingston's
Yeah, he
actually gonna
does,
make it
yeah.
happen. As crazy as that castle looked earlier, he got it down and he's held the position ever since. And Ganji he's gonna switch into stable units and whatnot, but he hasn't been able to push this hill. He's gonna lose his castle. He could lose the castle after that. Ganji's falling apart here.
Ganji is looking good here, but don't tell me you lost 2 games, 1 to win with the mismatch Bengalis on his side fortress.
Yeah, of all the games to win, it would be Vietnamese. I mean, hey, apparently it's really good. Listen, I think the thing that Kingston did really well this game, that you had mentioned to me in other games that he didn't do, is commit. Right?
Yes.
Game 1, he had a position to just push and commit an early imp, and he tried to think about it too much. And he went for
stalled
different
the game
things.
a lot.
Yeah. Same with game 2. This game is just like YOLO. We commit, we go trebs, we go range units, and we hope for the best. So
we go for fort castles. We commit on the fort castles. We do.
Yep. All right, so here's where it gets interesting. So at the moment, Ganji is switching into stable units. You need to sense as a player if you're Kingston.
Yeah.
When you're ahead with skirmishers.
Cannot be skirmishers forever, yeah.
Exactly. When you're ahead with the skirm number already, you then need to start mixing in rats and archers or something that counters a potential stable switch. And he actually sees the stables on the left with that outpost.
Yeah.
So that's really nice.
The funny thing is that in just one screen of the game here, there is half of population for Ganji.
Yeah, that's true.
The skirmishers, 43 villagers.
That's crazy. They both had so many
boy.
vills in the middle, honestly.
Yeah.
Kingston was repairing the castle with like 25 vills.
Yeah.
I think Kingston made a mistake, though. I think he tried to research paper money, and he researched chatras, which adds more HP on elephants, but there's no way that he's gonna get elephants here.
Yeah.
And wow, Ganji continues to be so good with monks. He converted another bombard cannon there.
If I'm KingstoNe here, I'd never add more cannons anymore.
Yeah, I agree.
Those monks are very likely to get conversions. They're so strong.
And honestly, instead of going pikeman first, I would go imp skirm.
Yeah, for sure.
Imp skirm first. He's making the same mistake as before. He's not maxing out on what he's already making. And Ganji's through on the left with a little bit of a raid. There is a hole there. Ganji's got a couple trebs firing. Ganji's actually kind of pushing here.
Yeah, and I think this is the moment that KingstoNe loses. He loses the hand of the game.
No way, man. I thought Kingston had this.
Yeah, it was so one. He had it. He didn't fight it. He had it.
Well, he still might have it. He took out both trebs. There is, again, some villagers going down for him, but he's going to have pikemen. He's going to have skirm. We did say just like full trash units with Vietnamese could be tough for the Bengalis to deal with.
Yeah, I think that's the way to play.
You've got to get imp skirm, though. Like, imp skirm is so important here. I think imp skirmishers will even kill light cap pretty decently.
Yeah, according to the upgrades, yes, for sure. Uphill.
Yeah, imp skirm makes it so the enemy can't really even rely on their own skirmishers anymore to match you.
Yeah, he has to go for something really different.
And what else do you do? Right, you don't have castles right now if you're Ganji. I think elephant archers even just too expensive, so you're just stuck on trash units.
But is elephant archer a thing here to make?
I mean, in general, yes. Against Vietnamese, maybe no. But yes, I've seen various games where people have gone... like, if the opponent's going stable units, they'll open with Halp. If the opponent's going ranged units, they open with Skirm. And then they go full Elephant Archer. It's really hard to kill. You like 25 of them, you just can't stop them. And you can't convert them either because of the conversion resistance. And they also have bonus damage resistance. So Skirms aren't even that good.
They're insane then.
Yeah, they're really strong. And Ganji at 185 pop. He still is struggling for map control, though. And for KingstoNe, it just feels like this hill he has, it can't be pushed. And, you know, it's been a little slow with his own push forward here. But he does have full stonewall across the map here, Miguel.
Yeah.
So he's made sure that he's secure, so there's no raid potential.
Yeah, I think he has this game, so we don't know anything about this game. Tristan.
Yeah, seriously, we don't know anything. Of all the games, we thought that he was gonna win the others.
Yeah.
And then lose this one, but here we are. Well, I think it shows that on many levels, execution is still so important, and it's easy to speculate, but you do have to play things to perfection. And particularly with the Civ and the Bengalis, where there is a question on what you make. And it feels like if Bengali early imp doesn't work, they're dead, right? Because it's like early imp is so tough to stop. But if it goes too late and they don't have a real killer unit, you just don't know what to do. Also, relics are going to be gone
here. He's raiding though.
Oh, shoot. Is there still a hole there? On that wood line, there must be. Oh, God. No way.
But the thing is, talking about like how you get prepared for the match, I feel like even Ganji, he's not try hard in here in this game, to be honest.
You don't think so?
The move he had, I don't think so.
Okay.
Like from the beginning, like this is something that when it opens for the game, in my opinion, you start okay, I won the game just based on the civs. Like I can't.
Oh yeah, you think that maybe.
And then you start realizing, and then like that castle that he did uphill, when there was 2 traps close. It's just.
Yeah, that was questionable for sure.
Oh, he wants the king though.
He tried.
He tried.
Oh.
Have to try better a little bit, but yeah.
Do you research guard tower here?
Oh, I don't know. How much resource does he have? He doesn't have more stone, right? So I don't know how I'll hide it.
Also, he's hiding. He's making a new tower for his king in the back right now, Ganji. He did research Mahayana, by the way, so his villagers take up less pop space. I'm not sure if that's going to help him win this game. But, dude, Kingston, you've got to find this hole. Oh, my God. That's such a tough hole to spot. The light cap continued to run through.
Yeah. And now there's going to be skirmishes, though.
Oh, but there's going to be elephants for Kingston.
Oh, boy.
And we know he got Chatras, so we know he's going to have the HP. Oh, man.
And does Bengalis have helps here?
Bengalis do have halbs, but I think it would, by the time, like, 10 elephants show up, if you don't have monks, you're in trouble.
Yeah. Because you don't have the infantry upgrades.
Yeah. Dude, Ganji wants that king snipe, man. He's, like, trying to find a way through here. He wanted to use the skirms to snipe the king, and the king has now been relocated to the castle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, why do you feel in garrison?
Yeah, it's always risky to put it in the castle for that reason.
I now never do that. Put it in the castle.
Yeah, you just put it in the corner of the map on your opponent's base.
Because I don't really put control groups for the castles, right? I use the hotkey like select all castles.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then very likely the mistake to happen.
Well, listen, I've seen enough community games to know that Vietnamese elephants are insane, and people sleep on them. And I think when the gold is gone, so your opponent can't make many monks, if you still have gold, it makes sense.
Yeah. But is Ganji gonna be making monks here?
He's got
Doesn't
one,
look like.
but he's not making anymore.
Yeah.
And these rats and archers, I think I would have preferred to go on for elite rats and archer over elite battle elephant, to be honest, but...
But look, they raided on the KingstoNe base, Tristan.
Oh my god. I mean, Ganji's making him fight for it here, right? Like, Ganji's like, all right, if you're going to beat me, you got to earn it. And, like, Kingston's really struggled to earn it. He's going to lose a treb. But he is still going to have a crazy army. Look at the HP. I click 12 elephants. HP, 12 elephants. 5,000 HP.
Oh, my. Yeah, good luck killing your skirmishers.
Yeah.
And he's going to go for helps. Yeah.
Look at Ganji's lumber camp. Is he trying to chop through? Is that intentional?
Yeah, it is for sure. It is for sure.
I love Ganji, man.
He tries, bro.
Oh, he's really trying.
Really
like, he even clicked the tower that had the king in it with the skirms.
And look at on the left side, the castle destroy a fortified wall. Destroyed already.
Yeah. Wow, so he could run through there. But can he defend himself? I don't know if he can. I think his whole eco is going to be killed by the rats and archers and the elephants.
Even if he kills the elephants, there is going to be a rata that are very good against the skirmishers.
Yep. Yeah, and
this is over.
Even
if... Look at the game, you win, KingstoNe. I hate you, bro. Look at the game, bro. The only game that was over.
Well, maybe it's the lack of expectations.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he knows he's out. And also, he knows Bengalis are really good, so suddenly he commits more. I don't know.
But I always think that his main plane was going for Hindustanis. I don't know.
Yeah, I did too. I was thinking Hindustanis. I was thinking Hindustanis on arena, and Bohemians on fortified clearing, or not fortified clearing, fortress here. This is a very long series, by the way. This is the longest play all three that we've had in the entire group stage. But GG's called. Wow, crazy game.
Really good games. Really good games.
Yeah, I mean, Ganji got the result he wanted here today. Ganji will go into the playoffs. You obviously are safe, thankfully, and you're in fourth, so you'll be back in Platinum for next season. KingstoNe is confirmed to be relegated. However, we will have Jordan versus KingstoNe next. Which
it's gonna be good.
And that should be a fun series. I hope that, like, maybe we see some out-of-the-box strategies used there as well, because I think it is pretty set now that Jordan will be second. But we'll of course double check that. But yeah, KingstoNe gets the win. Vietnamese OP, Miguel. We don't know anything.
Yeah, we need to rethink about ourselves.